Okay, my friends, let's roll up together, shall we? Welcome to my local friends in the Bay Area. It's good to see my cohorts. We've been doing yoga in the Bay Area since the pandemic, 5 years. Great group. I really appreciate them a lot. And now we flip the YouTube switch and we're bringing yin restorative yoga around the world to a few hundred subscribers. We'd like to get to 1,000 if the algorithm dropped you off. If you could please like and subscribe and get us to 1,000, that'd be great. It's our mission and purpose to bring healing, calming, peaceful yoga to a world that sorely needs it. To a world that sorely needs it. Anyway, tonight we're going to do restorative and yin yoga. And if you know me, I do my yin yoga on a bit of a cushion, but you don't need one. Just do it on your carpet. You can go in your bedroom, do it on your bed. Some people don't like a cushy surface to do yoga on. They'd rather have the input and the tactile feel of a really hard surface underneath them. I am not one of those people, but to each their own. Anyway, we'll start by chanting Om. Nice big inhale. Peace on earth, goodwill to all beings everywhere, always, especially the people that I disagree with. Okay, going through the joints, neck. One, if you're brand new, you can do this. Even if you could do it a little bit counts as long as you stick with it. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Other way. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. Now relax your head down for say 15 seconds. I got to plug my laptop in. It's threatening to turn off without battery. So you guys relax a sec. We're recharging our batteries tonight, including our laptops. Okay. By the way, this is, if you're brand new, this is called Yoga for Everybody. In this hour that we do yoga, there may be things that you can't do. You don't have to do everything. It's not expected of you necessarily. But if you can't do something, just leave it out. It's just that simple. So when I go to see my drum teacher and he's teaching another student and teaches them a sequence that I can't do, it's just, that's not for me in the moment. So do what you can and you'll get more. Shoulders, 1, 2. But if you just do something, you'll feel better. And if you feel better, you'll want to do it again. And if you do it again, then you're going to get better. And then you're going to feel better as a result of doing that. And then that's going to make you want to do more of it. And then you become what's called an upward spiral of positive, loving, brilliant activity. Other way. 1. I got another blue mat out. I had a friend over today. Hadn't seen him for a long time. And I was showing him, we each got our blue mats out and did some restorative yoga together. 6, 7. Well, good. Sorry, I had to move my room around today. Here we go. All right. Inhale. Arms out. Behind your back. Baby steps. Small steps. If you can't do great things, do small things in a great way. And before you know it, you'll be a genius in your own right. And that goes for anything and everything we could do. All the people we see that we so admire, sometimes we covet them because they're such geniuses. They started by doing small things in a great way, and now they're where they're at. One more. Poof. Now, I find for myself that a lot of friends who are new, when they sit with their legs crossed, their knees are way up and they're leaning back. So this then is why God invented yoga cushions and blankets. You can sit up on top of something. This is what I had my buddy do. He's a very strong athlete, but he's very tight in his hips. He's what we call in the industry a tight ass. So if I park up here a little bit, drops my knees down. Now, I've been recommending for years that you get yoga blocks, because on Wednesday we might relax forward onto a block. But if you're really tight, you can't even get that far forward. I just want you to close your eyes and just lean forward and feel your tight ass and your lower back and your shoulders and your neck. And if you're one of my bendy bears, you can come down further, but you earned it over a long period of time. This is yin yoga. It means we spend moments, we string together many happy moments, calming, relaxing, breathing, settling. I've been doing yoga for 50 years now, and these are the basics. Okay, come on up. Your legs go the other way. I'm quite certain of it. Switch it around. I don't need the blanket underneath my bum. I just wanted to show that that can work. And I've got these. I got these blocks in front of me, and I hit golf balls today, so pretty flexible. Coming down a little further. My elbows hit the floor, which feels spectacular. Then my booty buns drop deeper into the cush. Sometimes I'll bob and weave a little bit, roll out my forehead. But my goal is to do a lot less thinking and a lot more feeling, introspection, breathing, calming, cultivation of presence. I have many presents for you. Isn't it nice not to have some teacher barking at you to do this, do that? Just if I am barking, I'm barking to just remind, breathe, relax, settle, don't bounce, be patient. Good on your next inhale. Come on up. Now, if you've been practicing with me for a long time, you know I think chanting or singing or vibrating out loud is incredibly, unbelievably healing. But if you're brand new, we chant Om from time to time, and you don't even really have to figure it out or understand it. Just join the herd. Big inhale. That's what I heard. Good. Now we're going to work on our hands and our wrists and our forearms. Now, if you're not one of the friends who can lean forward a lot, it's rather futile to bring your hands in front, thumbs to the outside, and lean forward into your hands to stretch because you're just hitting air. If you're one of the tight ass people, I say that with love and compassion. Instead, take your hands, thumbs to the outside, put them behind you, and lean back into your wrists. I guarantee you, your wrists and forearms will say, holy guacamole. But I can get my paws in front of me. Then I'm just going to close my eyes, drop my chin, contemplate my existence for a moment. Also my navel. If you patiently stretch wrists, forearms, and hands every single day a little bit, you probably won't get arthritis and rheumatism. If you already have it, it's going to eliminate it or certainly reduce it. Everybody's taking drugs and aspirin and crap for arthritis, and it's such a superficial solution to something that really stems from not moving, not breathing, not relaxing, not eating right, not taking care of our bodies. I sound like your mother haranguing you. Good. All right, we got that stretch. Now I know the stiffies out there sitting like this. You're like this. You're leaning back. You're very unhappy. So you're going to stretch your hands by putting your fingernails behind you and leaning back into your hands that way. You're going to be surprised. This is called palmar flexion. Nobody ever does it. But if you can sit up like this, you go behind your back and you put the back of your hands in palmar flexion inside your armpits, which, maybe you can do it. If you're over 50 and can do it, that's cool. Then after a while, you can get your elbows inside your knees. Now I've got friends who can squeeze their knees all the way together. They're called freaks of nature. But I was hitting some golf balls today. Got up to 152 miles an hour of ball speed, 256 yards of carry, 292 total distance. And in my age bracket, that's amazing, because you know why? Because my wrists and my hands still work. Good. All right. Rub your right eye. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. By the way, before I hit golf balls on my very popular public driving range in Walnut Creek, California, I do go through these exercises, and most people look at me like I'm some kind of weirdo, which I am, but then they watch me hit it, and then I see them over there just going, well, maybe I'll do this too. Shake out arrogance and judgmental attitude. Hello, hitting the golf ball further, yay. Okay, now, feet out, big hands, plant them, feet, lift up. These moves aren't simple if you don't do them. Good kids, sink down. Now I'm going to extend my left leg out, crossing my right ankle over. See that? Oh, but you're leaning way back and your knee is bent and you have foam is coming out of your mouth. Well, you better keep coming to class and watching some of the recorded classes, because all I want you to do is get a hold of your ankle and turn it. But a lot of us bendier bears, we fold the left shin under. Then I can crank a doodle dandy on my foot. Now, I don't expect, if you're brand new, crispy in Cleveland, atrophied in Atlanta, not so bendy in Baltimore, that you can even move. But man, you got I'm just encouraging you, start somewhere, do something. Do small things in a competent way and you'll gain capacity. One of my best friends, Helga, she's double snowman years old, 88. She's doing all this stuff with us and kicking my ass in a lot of cases. Good. Right leg out, ankle over, bendies, fold right foot under. If you can't, well, keep coming back. 1, 2. As you get older, you want your feet to be really supple, pliable, resilient, keep your body level, keep you with good balance, other way. Because what's the great danger for older people? They start falling. And you fall, and the first time you don't hurt yourself, then you break your arm, and then you break your hip, and then they shoot you. So let's not do that. Let's just keep this stuff happy and enjoy this body till we're done with it. I think that's excellent advice. Okay. Now, I'm on all fours and I'm just up and down in my spine. You can do that. I trust you. It's no particular movement. It's the combination, it's the synergy of doing all these in a sequence. Any one of these poses will make you feel like $100, but if you put them all together, you're going to feel like $1 million. Ups and downs. Now, here's one that newbies don't like. That's why I recommend this surface. I slide my knees way out and my groin say, wait, this is a terrible idea. And I bring my feet in together. I sink my butt down and I just lay out. If you're really tight, then you're going to be way up higher, just going, oh crap, oh God. But breathe in. And if you're very bendy, like all my Bay Area friends, your crotch comes all the way down. And then I lay on my right ear and I let my neck stretch. It feels wunderbar. Good, kids. By the way, in technical terms, this puts us into our parasympathetic nervous system. That's the opposite of fight or flight. It's the rest and relax, feed and breed. And you can't live in fight or flight all the time, although many people do. Now, left ear. And now here's a move that a lot of people over 50 don't do no more. I'm just bringing my knees forward, not so wide, kind of, just out a little wider. My feet are pretty close together, and a lot of adults really can't even kneel anymore, but I'm just going to put my paws behind me, and I'm going to super escalate my butt way up. Now, if you're watching and it's like, God, I thought I could still do that, and you can't, there is great hope for you. If you're very bendy, you are lifting up until you hear your belt squeak. Good, kitty cat, sink down. All right. Now, I'm gonna stand up in order to have more dynamic impact on the world that I'm talking. Hey, how about this? Grind your globes. Normally we do this on the feet. I just invented doing this on the knees. I think it's brilliant. I'm always coming up with new yoga poses. Got to do something with this gigantic brain that I have. But the reason I actually stood up on my knees, I wanted to express the fact we're getting ready to do one of the sequences that I've developed on this surface that maybe you can't do all of it. Because, I think if you're under 40, it's probably pretty simple stuff. But if you're over 40 or tight and stiff, maybe you can't do it. Simply put, all fours, knees come in, toes fold under, squat. Now, I have to admit for myself, it's that I had not been doing this for a while because of my knee and my lower back. But once I started using this surface, I could go from all fours and just get myself into a nice squat. Squatting is the most important pose. Ankles, knees, hips, buns, guts, recreation, procreation, elimination, everything. Maybe I'll even extend my arms out. If you can't squat, just lay on your back and pull your knees into your chest one at a time. But maybe you actually can squat. Now, I'm just going to sit on my booty, and because I'm on a softer surface, I'm not going to break my ass. Then I shoot my legs out. I've gone through the entire kinesthetic chain of my body. Smart. Very, very smart. Then I counterpose the whole sequence by lifting up. This is the fountain of youth. Sink down. Good. That's half the sequence. The other half, as you might imagine, is we now run it the other way. Feet come in, hip distance apart, they're right there. If you're tight in Tennessee or crispy in Cleveland, you're going to find that, oh, expletive deleted, you can't get over your feet no more because your feet, ankles, toes, knees, and hips are locked. But after a while, me too, I'm rediscovering this myself because teachers always got to practice as well. I can go over my feet. Now my toes are folded under and I'm sitting on my folded toes. My students, well aware it's not my favorite, but just because it's not my favorite doesn't mean I'm not going to do it. Because if you only do what you want to do all the time, it doesn't lead to freedom. It leads to prison, basically. Then I bring my hands back down and we just do a couple more cats and cows. Got my haircut today. I can see the back of my head in my Zoom camera. It looks like a little 5-year-old boy's head. It feels so good. God, I love getting haircuts. Of course, all my other guy friends my age, it's like, God, we wish you had your hair, bro. And I'm like, do some yoga. They're like, nah, too much trouble. Okay, now, walking my knees in, folding my toes under. Honestly, most of my students are women. I got to tell you, that's been the case for 20 years now. My yoga studio, I look back at 11 years of attendance, about 94% women, roughly. So thank you, women, for keeping me in business that long. But occasionally there's one or two smart guys. There's some in this very class tonight. Smart men do yoga. I am so grateful to be squatting and using my feet, ankles, knees, and hips. I can sit without busting my butt. I like extending my legs out very much. Then I like blasting my buns off to heaven very high. Then I sink down. This vinyasa, this sequence, brings my feet in. I'm getting better every day. In a month of doing this, I get over with much greater facility and alacrity. I'm sitting on my folded under toes. Hurts like a very bad sequence of, it hurts like a sailor swearing, basically. Fill in the blanks. Now from here, I can even get back on my hands and I can push my butt up off of my heels. And this is making me younger by the day. Good, then I'm going to sink down, coming back to all fours. Going to walk my knees back. And now, after that, I'm just going to lay down and chat with my friends. This is called teenagers texting. Yeah, my mom, she's bugging me. You know that. Now, cross your right forearm in front. Bend your left knee. Left arm out. Oh, you're tight. Your body got all screwed up and you can't grab your foot no more. So try. But I find it much easier to grab my foot when I'm on this surface because I don't cramp as much. I can sink in. I can push my uh, pelvis down. I can grind into my right elbow. And then I can lift the leg up a little bit. Now, back when I was a Romanian gymnast in my previous lifetime, I could lift my head and tickle the back of my head with my left toes. Those were the days. Oh, good. Release that side. I'll tell you, these are crucial, essential, fundamental, first principle bodily movements. And I'm on a mission from God to bring them right to you in your neighborhood. Okay. Right knee bends, right arm out. There's no foot back there. Get a belt or a towel and lasso your foot. Otherwise, grab on. And then start to push. I'm starting to push my right. As I push my right foot away from me, it brings my chest up. Thus, I stretch my whole spine. Then I lift it up a little bit, not very much to say the least. I'm 68 years old. I'm super grateful for how my body operates. But when I'm 78 years old, I want my body to be healthier, stronger, more range of motion than it is right now. So I got to get clever, smart, disciplined, and figure out ways not only to maintain my current range of motion, but to increase it. Good. Then I'm going to release that side. Do I sound a little emphatic about that? I would agree. Okay, now from here, I'm going to sit back, get my legs back out in front. You know what else this yoga is really good for? If you wake up every morning and you're just sore as hell, it's like, oh God, I can't stand getting older. Every day I get up, I don't even do anything, and I'm more sore than I was the day before. Well, all this lactic acid is building up in your body and it's not getting released. But now, thank God you've discovered this class and you can work some of this stuff out with yin patient yoga. Okay, now, see this? Yoga bolster. This is the equivalent of the big cushion on your couch, the one on the back, or 2 yoga blankets, or 5 or 6 pillows. But anyway, I'm putting it behind me because it helps in this next sequence. My legs are still right there. They've been there for a while. I put my feet together. Now, I know this is unpopular. I'm just going to lean forward into my groins. I'm not going to bounce. My friend that came over to visit today is a bouncer. It bounce, 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 bounce. And I was like, dude, stop that. It's making it worse. I know if you're brand new, your knees are up, you can't lean forward. I want you to push your arms in and gently lean forward and get to the point where your body says, oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Now, I've got some friends, they come down and they wear their feet like a face mask. It's interesting. It's science. Your face fits perfectly in between your feet. Good. Doesn't it feel good to stretch that? Now from here, I really like this. I've always liked this. Here's one that's challenging pour moi, is that, oh, my knees come in and the shape of my non-childbearing hips makes it hard for me to get my knees all the way together. I've been doing yoga a long time. Think what it would look like if I hadn't. Then I bring my heels in and then I start to struggle a bit to wrap around my knees. I drop my chin, close my eyes, relax my shoulders, and I squeeze the living stuffing out of myself. And because I squeeze and twist and wrench my body every single day with love and compassion, I squeeze out painful patterns of perception, stinking thinking, bad ideas, trauma and PTSD, anxiety and worry, a little bit every day. I've been enlightened many times. It's just that oftentimes I'm darkened the very next day. So a little more light, a little less dark. Good. Now, my left knee goes out to the side. My right shin folds under. Now, this is where I love this surface. I'm going to start putting a link on my YouTube channel of the Amazon link. You just click it, and I'm going to get some kind of contractor's discount or something. You can buy one of these, $50 maybe. Anyway, I'm twisting my pelvis left and right. Now, without this surface, I would barely lean back at all, but because the pain and misery is dispersed over a broader plane of material, I can lean back. There's that bolster. I grab a block for underneath my head. Now, because I haven't done this for a few years like this deep, but now I can, it's like, it's totally bitching. I just really like it. And if I like it, it must mean that other people would benefit from. Somebody's got to think like me. Then I'll even extend my left leg out, take my arms back over my head. Oh, and we'll do this for a minute. What's opening up in my body? Ankle, knee, hip, lower back, shoulders, neck, guts, belly, quads, hip flexors, toes, nose. Now in yin yoga, we spend some time. Ooh, now I feel my lower back relaxing. Getting the pinch out of, I'm getting spinal decompression. Really like that a lot. Okay, good job, my friends around the world. Hundreds of people watching now. You know why? Because you helped and you liked and subscribed. Now, we're going to counterpose, the opposite. So hands behind, and what's a good word? I plunge my pelvis skyward. This keeps you young and frisky, purry and furry, and come on down. Good, now I understand if you're new, this pose is hell, and you're probably leaning over. You probably can't even lift both hands off, but you will if you stick with it. Hands behind your head. And now my bendy friends in the Bay Area, they tilt their right elbow all the way down to the floor. This gives them spectacular organic health, wonderful digestion, great guts, and it increases your gut intuition, that natural knowing that lets you know the difference between doing really smart stuff and what my mentor calls stupid shit. He goes, Greg, you got to knock off doing that stupid shit. I'm trying. Good, then I'm going to push up, which you may not be able to do. Now I'm going to turn to the right, and we're going to get a good twist. Now my bendy bears with long arms, they'll grab their right ankle with their left hand. Stiffies will lean way over here and just curse, just damn it, but at least I'm trying. I just want everybody in the game. I'm one of those, let's get more people in the game kind of guys. That's not my teacher. My primary teacher is, let's have as few people do yoga as possible, and we'll thin the herd and just find the people that are really exceptional at it. Oh, well, that's cool. No, it's actually not. Okay, now Bring your leg out. Ah, that feels like a lot. Now, instead of just sitting here with my knees bent, I'm just pushing. I am straightening my legs so much, my heels are lifting. And then I'm just sitting up really tall. I'm pulling my toes in. That is a stretch. Good. I relax. I bend my knees. I inhale. I exhale. I fiercely straighten my legs because I'm a fierce fellow. Good. Then I relax. Now, right knee goes to the side. Yes. If you're stiff in Spotsylvania, it's hard for you to fold this shin under. And I understand, man. I'm right here with you. I told you you could go in your bedroom and do this on your bed. If you're not doing it, it's your fault, not mine. Now in this pose, my left hip is way up higher. So what I do is I just oscillate my acetabulums, my hip joints, left and right. If you're older than 50, probably ain't been moving your hips as much as you're supposed to. Good. Now from here, if you can't lean back a lick, I just want you to lean to the side, close your eyes, follow your breath, pray God Almighty to have mercy on your tight A, and just take your time. My bendy bears aren't going to be happy unless they can lean back a little bit. And even yours truly on this surface, even on this tight side, I can lean back a little, take my time, right elbow, left elbow. This is my tighter side, so I put a block underneath my head. Now I'm going to group suffer or bliss out with you for a minute. I'm one of the teachers on YouTube that's actually doing the yoga with you. I ain't just mailing it in or using an AI model to do it. I could hire a 20-something to do all these poses. I'd have 100,000 more subscribers, but that wouldn't be real and true and honest, and that's what we all want. Maybe not. Maybe you do want to watch a 20-something do this. If you want, I'll bring us all out to the golf course and I'll show you I can hit a golf ball 300 yards. But you probably don't care about that. But you do care about feeling great in your body and having it work again and having a wonderful range of motion, feeling good, feeling happy, joyful, mirthful. As crazy as this world is, our higher power still wants us to have as much joy and light and love as possible. Okay, we yinned it, kids. So from here, I'm coming up. If we don't counterpose this now, it's not good. Pause behind me. Buns, rocket to the moon. I want to hear your bun squeak. Higher, higher, hips for higher. Good, thence we sink down. And again, disclaimers to my very tight friends. You're leaning over here. You can't even lift up both hands. Honestly, for me, it's a bit of a challenge because of this, but I can do it. And then I'm going to bring my left elbow down to the floor. I'm kind of cheating with my right hand, aren't I? If you do yoga for 50 years, you may notice you got to start making some modifications and stuff. That's okay. That's simply smart. Not many people are going to be 20 years old forever. Of course, 20-year-olds think that they're going to be, but, rude awakening for them. But most of us been around a couple of weeks. We know that it's better to accept and work with what we got. Good, now I'm going to release. Now I'm going to turn to the left. On this side, my left arm's going behind me, and my right hand, instead of reaching and grabbing my left ankle, is just going to help me twist. It feels splendiferous. If I didn't twist every day, I'd get all blocked and locked and congealed and congested and petrified and ossified and gunked up. But instead, I'm light, lively, frisky, quick-witted, humble. Oh boy. Good, my beautiful friends around the world. Drag it out. Stick some out in front of you. Now, I'm just sitting here with my knees bent. When I bend my knees in, I can sit more forward. It's like you're in coach on an airline and there's a seat right in front of you. So as you bend your knees, at least you can lean a little more forward. Okay, now we're going into business and then first class. Inhale. Exhale, push your legs out all the way. Sit up really tall and touch the luggage compartment above your head. Do you see why so many people are subscribing to this? No. Good, release. Okay, kids. Good timing. Now, here's a yoga blanket. A yoga blanket is a regular blanket that costs 3 times more. My head is getting ready to go there. We're going to do a really, really yummy finishing twist. You're really going to like it. I guarantee it. A good time is guaranteed for all. I'm just spinning around here. Now, you newbies, I want you to watch. If you're stiff, I want just both knees to come in and go over to your left. My bendy bears in the Bay Area, that's an alliteration. They're going to bring their knees in and cross their right knee over their left knee. I even have some friends that can put the ankle underneath the other one. But anyway, once I do that, I'm pulling in, and then my knees come down to the left. Now, if you do this on a softer surface, it's, pardon my language, it's orgasmic, and I'm gonna relax my right shoulder open. Oh, really, if you haven't done this on the bed or one of these mattresses, you are missing out, kids. Anyway, 1 minute. Crack, 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 says my spine. Now, chronologically speaking, instead of the clock going forward, your life ticking away from you, the clock is starting to go backward. You're 40 years old, you're 35, you're 30, getting younger by the moment. My friend Helga just texted me. She let me know in no uncertain terms that she's now 89 years old. So all hail Helga. Now there's something happens that right about now that we've been in for 45 seconds that you want to cultivate that. I'm going to shift my left lung a little more to the left. My right arm's coming all the way down. I'm able to breathe a little better. You know what they say, Helga? 89 is the new 88. See how important it is to have this blanket underneath my neck? Okay, really big inhale, you guys. Exhale, let it go. I am so much more open than I was at the start of this class. My thinking is slowed down. My heart is healing. Good, now I'm going to inhale my knees back up. Now for me, I shift my whole body over here to the left. I bring my knees in. You stiffies, your knees are not going to cross. You just bring them down to the right. Otherwise, your left knee crosses super strong over. And I can see one of my friends in the Bay Area. She can cross her knees and her ankles. Pisses me off, I got to tell you. But then the knees come in. No, I'm just jealous. And then everything rolls over to the right. And the left shoulder can even lift, kids. It should. I land on my cushion. It's good on my cushion. Shift my right lung over, open up my chest. Golly, tonight my left shoulder's coming down. My left arm is relaxing out. My left elbow is anchoring. My right hand is pinning my knees down. My my guts are squeezing. My left side IT band is going, yeah, baby. I wish the world would do this yoga, man. It would heal so much anxiety and angst and anger. Good, really big inhale. Ecstatic exhale. Big time release. Knees come up. I push into feet. I shift my booty, my tutti frutti booty over to the middle. I slide the bolster underneath my knees. I put my knees over. I say goodnight to Helga, who's 89 years old. Night, Helga. Love you a lot. Helga is kicking ass. She's yoga emeritus. She doesn't have to do Shavasana, everybody else does, including me. And now ancient yogis said at the end of practice, especially one as challenging as this, that future yogis, thousands of years in the future, could have 5 minutes, maybe 5 years of cosmic intergalactic bliss. And that begins now. If I don't do this a couple of times a day, I just lose my marbles, man. This keeps me sane to some degree. Okay, my friends around the world, there's my voice. Come on back, take your time, no rush. Breathe back into your skin suit, your earth vehicle. Good. Now, everybody, wiggle your fingers and toes around the world and circulate Sat, Chit, Ananda, ever conscious, ever aware, ever new bliss through your body. Good. Curl over on your side for a moment. Okay, around the world, friends from all continents except for Antarctica, we'll sit up together, maintaining this beautiful stability of calm and peace and presence and poise and bliss and love and joy and stuff. I didn't used to always talk that way, but I've talked myself into love, peace, bliss, joy, harmony, kindness, compassion, wisdom to the degree that I can. Hands into our hearts. And if we do the possible, God, love, source will always reward us 1,000 million times greater. And to that great source, altogether we say, Namaste. We do the possible, infinity does the impossible, and it's a great deal. It's the best deal we get, man. Anyway, Avida saying adios, arrivederci, au revoir, and Avida saying to all my friends around the world, please like and subscribe, please, please. After just laying around in bed with me for an hour, don't you want to like and subscribe and leave a comment? See you guys next time.